It looks like I am live on Facebook and live on YouTube. What's going on, y'all? It's been a long time. I have been very silent about a lot of things that I've seen going on, and you know, I just can't be silent no more. Sometimes, it's just because we got so much bad stuff going on, all at the same freaking time. Just so much stuff. We got the economy's in trouble. We got coronavirus out here. People are protesting. We got a president that's got the nation so split that people are starting to kill each other over different political ideas and positions. But those are things I'm going to talk about down the road. Today I want to talk about Breonna Taylor. I don't know if you guys seen the announcement made by the grand jury today. To me, it was absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. We're going to look at two videos. Now, my TV is kind of far away, so I'm going to make sure, and I put the links to the videos that I'm using in the post of this video, so you'll be able to look at these videos yourself. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these videos up right now. We're going to watch them, and I'm going to show you where the stuff that the grand jury announcement today was such bullshit it didn't make no sense. I'm gonna put these videos up right now. I'm gonna show you right now. We're gonna look at the grand jury announcing their decision not to charge these officers with murder. Okay? Let's listen to the grand jury decision. I'm gonna start it from the beginning. Like I said, don't worry about the picture. My TV is sort of far away. I did put these videos in the links. So here we go. Let's listen to what this man is saying. And I'm gonna start this from the beginning. I'm gonna make sure the volume is up.
All right, guys. I wanna jump in
loud enough so you guys can hear it. Let's get out of here. I don't know what this is. So let's go back here.
Kenneth Walker.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning. And let's watch this here.
Decision was made.
I want to make sure I start from the beginning, because I'm going to give this individual the benefit of the doubt before I tear his ass to pieces.
That officers both knocked and announced their presence at the apartment. The officers' statements about their announcement are corroborated by an independent witness who was near in proximity to apartment 4.
Okay, that's all we need to listen to. He said that even though they had a no-knock warrant, that they have an independent witness that was in the proximity of the apartment when the police went to that house and supposedly was serving a no-knock warrant. Now, let's not forget, this happened after 12 o'clock midnight in an apartment complex. I'm about to show y'all another. That little piece that he just said is the basis of the reason why they're not going to charge the officers. They're saying that the officers was given a no-knock warrant, but with a no-knock warrant, they went to the door and knocked and said, police, after 12 o'clock midnight. Who in the hell gonna be up after 12 o'clock midnight to hear you knock on the door and say police? It ain't like you coming at 6 o'clock in the evening. You there after 12 o'clock midnight. And you asked for a no-knock warrant, but you knocked. Now, we're going to look at this next video. Short story, timelines, individuals who lived in that apartment complex who called the police the night this happened. I want y'all to listen to this video, because this dude full of crap. That little piece alone, okay, that little piece alone shows me that they're lying about how the police entered that apartment. Because that makes the difference of whether the guy who shot the police officer was justified in doing so. If you just broke into that man's house, he had every right to throw some lead at y'all behind. Y'all, I mean, for real. So this is where they're trying to get the police off. This little technicality that they knocked and said police after 12 o'clock. They in the bed. All the lights off in the damn house. Come on, man. Why you ask for a no-knock warrant? On top of the fact that after this, the city got rid of the no-knock warrant. So if you knocked on the door with a no-knock warrant, what y'all get rid of the no-knock warrant for? So what I want y'all to do, just look at this video. Look at this video. Go on by, Joe. Go on by, son. I'm about to get in this dude behind. Go on by. For real. This dude full of crap. I've never used the word coon in referring to somebody black who somebody feels are selling out their people. I'm tempted when it comes to this dude because he know what independent witness did you have. Listen to this video right here. Here's a short story on what happened to Breonna, done by NBC. None of the information in here has been contested by anybody until today when the grand jury came out and this guy made this announcement that they knocked with a no-knock warrant. Hell, you gonna get a no-knock warrant for if you gonna knock. And then you went after 12. You was trying to catch people off guard. So why would you not? You should have just went at 6. Why you going at 12? After midnight. Listen to this. Listen to this. And I want y'all to listen closely to the timelines in here. Skip this bullshit.
A botched raid. An officer down. A 26-year-old woman shot dead by police. Her name, Breonna Taylor. So what happened? It's just after midnight on March 13th, 2020, and officers with the...
Y'all just heard that. It's after midnight. Okay? And you got a no-knock warrant, but you knocking. Like you delivering pizza or chicken wings. That's what you knocking for. You went after midnight, bro. You went up in there to catch these people off guard. Don't try to tell me you not. After 12 o'clock midnight in an apartment complex, and you say somebody, you got an independent witness. You're a damn liar. Listen to this, y'all.
Louisville Metro Police Department pull into this apartment complex in Louisville, Kentucky. They're here to execute a search warrant in a narcotics investigation. Their target is apartment 4, where Breonna Taylor lives. She helps save lives as an emergency room technician. 2020 is going to be her year.
You felt like 2020 was that?
Now, I'm stopping this here. She was an emergency technician in the hospital. Okay? That's important. I want y'all to remember that because I'm going to make a point after this is all over with why I think this really went down. Okay? So let's listen.
She was over here a year because she was able to, like, everything went the way she wanted it to go. Being able to get her car, being able to start getting enrolled for school, being able to just get her foot out the door again. To be able to get a new beginning. 911 operator Harris, what is your emergency?
I don't know what happened. If somebody kicked in the door and shot my girlfriend.
Minutes after the raid begins, Breonna Taylor will be dead. Months later, her name has become a rallying cry at protests across the country. Celebrities, athletes, and politicians have called for the officers involved to be held accountable.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor's life matters.
But authorities have released little information about what happened that night. Some news reports and social media posts have said that police went to the wrong apartment, that Breonna Taylor was asleep when she was shot, that it was a no-knock raid. None of that is true. NBC News pulled together audio, video, documents, and interviews to get a fuller picture of what did happen that March.
So they didn't go to the wrong apartment. They went to the right apartment. They knew exactly what house they was looking for. And remember, she was an emergency room response worker. Okay? Remember that. Let's keep watching this.
night.
Oh, we're not going to Harrisburg.
Oh, no, what's going on? But we need help. A lot of
To try to understand why police were there to begin with and how this 26-year-old woman was killed in her own home. It's an ordinary night for Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend Kenneth Walker. The couple, who've been close for years, go to dinner at Texas Roadhouse.
She's literally my best friend. Like, there's nothing we didn't talk about. And I talk to her every single day.
Meanwhile, Breonna Taylor's sister and roommate, Janiyah Palmer, is 2,000 miles away visiting a friend in California. Despite being 6 years apart, the sisters are nearly inseparable.
We basically did everything together. We would go grocery shopping, go hang out with her friends together. Anytime she left the house, I pretty much went with her. I was her shadow.
By about 10 p.m., Breonna Taylor and Kenneth Walker are back in her apartment on Springfield Drive. They settle in to watch a movie in her bedroom. Across town, officers prepare for the raid. This whiteboard shows Sergeant Jonathan Mattingly, Officer Miles Cosgrove, and Officer Brett Hankeson are on the team going to execute the search warrant for Breonna Taylor's apartment. All three officers would end up firing their weapons that night. This warrant and internal documents indicate police had evidence that the target of their investigation, a man Breonna Taylor had dated, received mail at her house and had listed her address as his own.
This is Sergeant Amanda Seeley of the Louisville Metro Police Department's Public Integrity Unit. Today's date is Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. This will be a recorded statement from Sergeant John Mattingly.
She possibly held dope for him, received the packages, and held his money.
Police did obtain a no-knock warrant for Taylor's apartment, which has been widely reported. But Sergeant Mattingly says police concluded it was a soft target, so they would instead knock and announce themselves.
Why would you get a no-knock warrant and then decide to knock? Now, y'all know that sounds stupid. And you coming at 12 o'clock at night. Come on, stop playing. Stop playing, man.
At least 7 officers showed up that night with a battering ram. It's 12:35 a.m. and Breonna Taylor has just dozed off. Kenneth Walker is barely awake beside her.
We're home. Get to bed. It's 12 tonight. Our day's over.
Officers arrive at the apartment complex. Mattingly says he's in plain clothes with a vest that reads police. They line up. Mattingly is to the left of Taylor's front door, with Officer Cosgrove and another officer behind him. Officer Hankeson and the other officers are on the right.
I knocked on the door, banged on it. We didn't announce the first couple because our intent was not to hit the door. Our intent was to give her plenty of time to come to the door because they said she was probably there alone.
They gave her plenty of time to come to the door. What? Come on, man. Why did y'all get a no-knock warrant? It's just bullshit. This shit is, it's just, their story is dripping bullshit.
Mattingly says they banged on the door 6 or 7 times.
There's a loud bang at the door. She pops up out of her sleep to scare her to death. Me too. Like, who is that? First thing she says, who is it? No response. So we like, what the heck? So then I grab my gun, which is legal, like I'm licensed to carry everything.
So at that point, we start announcing ourselves, please come to the door. Please, we have a search warrant.
Here, accounts diverge. Walker says they ask who it is and hear no response. Mattingly says the officers repeatedly announced police. A minute after the first knock, police make the call to hit the door with a battering ram.
Man, I'm sick of these commercials. Get your behind out of here. We doing something. Bye.
So I looked at Mike and said, go ahead. So he hits the first time and hits right on the door handle, didn't move the door. And every time he hits, people are announcing, please search warrant, please search warrant.
Mattingly says it takes 3 hits before the door flies open.
The door comes off the hinges. So I just let off one shot. I still can't see who it is or anything.
Mattingly describes what he saw as he entered the apartment.
I'm face on about probably 20 feet away, right down the hallway. There's a bedroom door on the right. There's a male and a female. The male's closest to the door, so he's to my right. And as I turned the doorway, he's in a stretched out position with his hands with a gun. And as soon as I clear, he fires.
Now, who gonna be standing there in a stretched out position when somebody kicking your door and standing up with your gun like this so you can get shot? Ain't nobody gonna. The dude has a license to carry a gun. He obviously knows what a gun can do to you if he's hit. So who would be standing up like that? Just standing there with a gun ready to fire at you. And if that was the case, why he hit you in the leg and you ain't hit him? You a police officer. You see him standing. You see him exactly where you at. So why didn't you hit him? Why you ain't shoot him first? See what I'm saying? It's some bullshit. They story sounds stupid.
Walker says the door is open and he can't see who's breaking into the apartment when he fires the shot. Sergeant Mattingly says he enters the apartment and can see Walker when he's hit. Walker's one shot hits Mattingly in the thigh, according to Mattingly.
As soon as he fired, I fired back. Boom, 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 boom.
Mattingly exits the apartment.
Boom, 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 boom. You see him. You know exactly where he's at, what position his body is in, and you boom, 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 and you missed. Where's your 3 slugs at in the wall? If he was standing there in a stretched out position with his gun out, you're a trained police officer. He's just a licensed person, a licensed gun carrier. We don't know how good he could shoot. He could pop you in the thigh with 1 shot. You pop 3. Boom, 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 and you miss. That little short-ass hallway. Look at the size of this apartment, y'all. It's a very small apartment. You need to be kicked off the force if that's how good you can shoot. Stop playing. Stop playing. It's bullshit.
Then shoots again.
And then reached around. I think I got 2 more off around the corner of the door.
At 12:42, 911
5 shots,
operators
and you
start
missed.
receiving calls from neighbors.
Look at that little hallway. Look at this little ass damn hallway. Here's the front door. Here's the bedroom door. So you fired, you see this man standing right here. He fired at you, you fire, boom, 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 boom. You missed all 3 fucking shots. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
As the police are on scene.
911 operator guide, I'm here to share emergency.
It's bullshit, y'all.
I'll leave down and say I'm shooting great. And tell me exactly
Okay.
here. When they get shot at that film, they right here in front of my...
Okay, now listen to this. Here's a call that comes in at 12:42. This lady saying she hears shots. She lives in the apartment complex. She ain't outside. She don't hear police, search warrant, only... Listen, she hears shots. That's all people know. Listen to this. Several calls came in from this apartment complex. Nobody knew what was going on. So where's this independent witness come from?
About 30 seconds after the first call, another neighbor dials 911.
The apartment behind me, there was a lot of gunshots down. There was about like 8 or 9. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. And it almost sounded like somebody was shooting back, but I'm not for sure.
A minute.
Do you hear that? Nobody is saying they know it's the police. That's another witness that lives right in the vicinity. So where did this independent witness that y'all are supposed to have skipping down the street, tra-la-la-la-la, in an apartment complex? You could pull that shit if we was on a regular street, because anybody could come up and down the street at 12 o'clock. This is an apartment complex, and everybody up in there sounded like they was in the bed when this shit happened and called the police.
To that call, at 12:44, the neighbor says she hears more shots.
It sounded like it was coming from right in your area. They're still shooting. Still shooting. Come on. Come on. Yeah, get over here. They're shooting out like crazy.
Wounded, Mattingly says he staggered.
Nobody said they knew it was the police. Come on, y'all. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Her. Then he hears his fellow officers shooting.
I could hear also boom, 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 boom. Several shots at that point. It seemed like that. It was
was a lot of shots. 3 holes like in her leg and on the wall, like right around where she was. There was like 4 holes on the wall.
Breonna Taylor's death certificate shows she was shot 5 times, but we don't know whose bullets hit her. Mattingly says he fired 6 shots from in and around her doorway. Police say Cosgrove fires, we don't know how many times. Hankerson fires at least 10 rounds through this patio door and window, according to police. Some of those go through Breonna Taylor's dining room wall into the next apartment where a pregnant woman lives.
There's bullet holes all the way through the wall, through our blinds. The cops are out there yelling to get back to the house. I have a 5-year-old here, so something needs to be explained to me.
Thank you. Now, what does she say? I got a 5-year-old here. I'm pregnant. Something needs to be explained to me. So ain't nobody know no police was out there until she went out there. And they told her, get back in the house. That's how she knew the police. All the 911 calls, nobody said, the police is out here, or they would have never called the police. They're calling the police because they're just hearing gunshots. Period.
An officer calls for paramedics for Sergeant Mattingly. The response is delayed.
Oh, shit. Sorry, y'all. Oh, God. I know these people got to make their money, but these ads suck. No, I got time for it. Okay, let me go. I'm going to go back to the part where it was at. Let's go back up here. This is where we was at, right up here. Yup.
Okay, so police.
An EMS dispatcher radios to see if anyone has responded to Walker's 911 call. It's unclear if anyone responds. By this time, neighbors are filming dozens of officers arriving at the complex.
No, I'm going to go back because we missed a part. And I want y'all to hear this. Where they say they was planning on killing both of them. Where they lie and say the guy is barricaded in the house and he got a AR-15. Watch this shit. No good and fucking...
Where a pregnant woman lives.
There's bullet holes all the way through the wall, through our blinds. The cops are out there yelling to get back to the house. I have a 5-year-old here, so something needs to be explained to me.
An officer calls for paramedics for Sergeant Mattingly. The response is delayed.
This is where we left off at.
Meanwhile, police prepare for a standoff between Walker
Look at that little part. So who was out there? Look. He got a long rifle, looks like an AR. They want him to respond with deadly force. Why would you say he had an AR when the one cop just said he saw he had a handgun? So where's the AR-15 call coming in for? They were going there to kill both of them. Straight up. They was going there to kill whoever was in that house, they was going to kill. It's obvious.
Walker calls his mother. He tells him to call 911.
Okay, how old is your girlfriend? She's
He's able to make a call to 911. They still ain't came up to the pocket. Come on, man. They're outside lying. That's why. He got an AR-15. He's barricaded. Come on, man.
You said 28. What was she shot at? I don't know. Really, I don't know. I don't know. You said she's 26. Is she like never talk to you? No, sorry, breathe.
Police start calling for Walker to come out.
They keep yelling, coming out something like, okay, so police.
An EMS dispatcher radios to see if anyone has responded to Walker's 911 call. It's unclear if anyone responds. By this time, neighbors are filming dozens of officers.
Why y'all haven't responded? You got officers on the scene, woman been shot. Why y'all not calling for an ambulance? You see what I'm saying? They wanted her dead. They wanted her dead, man.
Arriving at the complex, Kenneth Walker backs out of the apartment. Officers have their weapons drawn. At 1 a.m., about 20 minutes after police arrive, they lead Walker away. It's not clear from EMS records when paramedics reached Breonna Taylor.
The records ain't even clear when they got to it. Come on, man. Come on. I know a setup when I see one.
Was charged with attempted murder of a police officer. After a national outcry, the charges are dropped. None of the officers there that night has been criminally charged. Sergeant Mattingly and Officer Cosgrove are on administrative reassignment, as is the officer who secured the warrant. Officer Hankerson, who shot through the patio door, was terminated for firing wantonly and blindly and showing extreme indifference for human life.
Stop playing. He was the fall guy. Because he was the lower ranker one. Let's look at these guys again.
The patio door.
Let me tell you something. There go the drug dealers right there. I believe this girl, being a emergency room respondent, probably saw something that she was not supposed to see, and they probably were scared she was going to talk about it. I want to guarantee you they was involved in an arrest, shooting, or something where the medical evidence didn't line up with the story they told. And they went to that apartment to kill that girl because they knew whoever else seen it wasn't going to say nothing. She was going to talk. There go your drug dealers right there. All three of these dudes. But you see, the announcement, the grand jury announcement today was bullshit. I'm just saying, that's the one that got charged, these detectives. They didn't charge, well, they charged him, but he was the one that got fired. He was the fall guy. Listen, something funky went down, and I honestly believe this girl knew, and they went to kill him. Whatever she knew, they was afraid she was going to talk. So they went to kill her. To say it had nothing to do with no drugs. Neither one of these people are selling drugs. They already know that. Man, listen. Y'all got that independent witness? Give us the name of the independent witness. Bring that independent witness forward that was out there in that little apartment complex where everybody lived who was asleep, who was skipping down the street to see the police performing their duties incomparably. Stop playing. Bull crap, man. It's bull crap. Y'all look at that video. Y'all listen to that police chief's statements when he gave that grand jury statement about why they was not going to charge these officers. Now, there is legal technicalities here. They was fired at. So you fired at, yeah, you could respond with deadly force. But don't say you knocked on the door and said police, but you went and asked for a no-knock warrant. You would have just got a knock warrant. You just showed up there at 5, 6 in the evening instead of 12 at night, after midnight. The first call came in at 12:42. So who is this independent witness that was out there skipping up and down the street in this little apartment complex at damn near 1 o'clock to hear y'all knocking on the door saying police? Stop playing, man. Stop playing. I'm done, man. Smash the like button, y'all. I ain't never asked y'all that. Smash the like button on this shit. And share this. Think it's a game. We need to see who is this independent witness? Who is it? Who is she? Bring them forward, man. Because I want to know. Everybody should know. Before these protests end, we need to know. I would like to know who was walking around in that little apartment complex at that time of night. Almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And just stopped and heard the police say, knock on the door and say, police. And you got a no-knock warrant. Come on, man. Who the fuck you think we are? Trump supporters or something? You think we that stupid? Come on, man. Stop playing. I'm done, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace. I'm out. Shutting down on YouTube.